Oh Mann, ey, meine Katze miaut schon wieder.
Man, we pulled an assignment to the east of the city this time. It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the west gate.
Hold on. Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigent activity.
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business. One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigent butt, huh?
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Irina's team is one of our best.
How does he know Irina and Gwyn?
We ran into them just before we met up with you. They were on their way out to an assignment.
Well, then that settles it. It must have been them, right? Man, forget this amateur hour probe baloney. Those guys are where the action's at.
I'll try not to take that personally. But enough talk. We've got our mission to deal with. Let's head out.
Roger. That probe isn't gonna install itself. Let's get to the East Gate, shall we?
Tipp von Eleonora. Die Karte. Achso, habe ich jetzt auf dem Gamepad. Hier spricht Eleonora. Ich möchte dich daran erinnern, dass die Karte jetzt für dich freigeschaltet ist. Sie wird dir auf deinem COM-Gerät angezeigt und bietet Infos zu jedem Segment auf Mira an. Wirf unbedingt einen Blick drauf, wenn du mal nicht weiter weißt. Alles klar. So, da kann ich zwischen Weltkarte wechseln. Da muss ich hin. So wie das aussieht. Gut zu wissen. So, alles klar.
Now then.
Nee, warte. Den will ich nicht. So. Okay, so lange scheint das ja nicht zu dauern, der Weg. Also. Bin ja gleich schon wieder da.
Fire Carnival! Shadow Strike!
Flame grenade!
in and keep the rhythm going.
Let's keep it up.
So, alles nehmen. Und gleich der nächste Kampf.
Get a load of this.
Engaging. Lead up. Fire for me.
This one's got your name on it.
Side slash.
Wild Jam.
Assault hammer.
Fire. Slinger.
Infuriate. Split edge.
Side
Dinner
slash.
is served.
We got him. Let's move.
Ne, die scheinen aber tot zu sein.
What the hell happened here?
Oh Gott.
You don't think that one Sinicula could have killed all these simius?
Unless
Unless... what?
this is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Sinicula. It's a tyrant.
Huh? But it looks just like any other Sinicula.
Think about it. Your typical simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Sinicula, right? Usually we find one simius standing over 3 or 4 Sinicula corpses. But here, the tables have been turned. And I don't see a single trace of any other indigents in the area. There's only one explanation. That Sinicula is a tyrant.
Let me check the Blade Report database. If there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Sinicula tyrant sighted not too long ago, but it was a couple of segments further out.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or come here to feed, or who knows what.
That's crazy. I can't believe there's a tyrant right on our doorstep and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
Oh, right. They couldn't track it if there's no local probe. They must have lost it when it went off the grid. The Tyrant designation is given to creatures that pose a special threat in one way. That doesn't always mean raw strength. Some Tyrants will actually register as low rank when we find them out in the field and engage them in combat.
But don't let that fool you. If a creature shows up as a tyrant, you can be sure it's got at least one nasty trait or ability to speak of. The system can't account for everything, though, so don't let your guard down, no matter what rank it assigns. Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious injuries after running into a tyrant in the field. If they come back at all. As long as you understand the risks involved. Lynn?
Count me in. The same goes for everyone in New LA, but if we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. Besides, if I need to, I can always run away while it's busy chewing on one of you guys.
Fair enough. But don't push it, okay? Either of you. If we can take it down, great, but if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This'll be tougher than anything else we've faced.
Also der erste etwas weitere Kampf. Tipp von den Ausrüstungen und Technikern. Tyrannen sind richtig mies. Auf keinen Fall einfach drauf lossterben. Überprüfe unbedingt erst deine Ausrüstung, also sämtliche Waffen und Rüstungsgegenstände, und sorge dafür, dass deine Techniker bereit und trainiert sind, sonst siehst du alt aus. Ausrüstung überprüfen, Hauptmenü, Team, Ausrüstung, Techniken, trainieren, Hauptmenü, Team, Techniken, X-Techniken. So, Team, Ausrüstung. Noch was. Weil die Katze schon wieder. Okay. Kritische Rate höher, Ausweichen höher, kritische Stärkungslevel höher. Bewirkt hoch. SP-Technik, Waffenschaden. Kampfgeiten, Zusatzschaden. Waffenschaden, Seitenangriff, SP hoch, Waffenschaden, den Gegnern schwanken, Rückenangriff, Zusatzschaden. Thermomantel bewirkt Thermoresistenz hoch, Waffenschaden, ungeworfene Gegner Zusatzschaden. Funkenfest, Thermoschaden. Speedtechnik, Waffenschaden, wirft Gegner um. Ich denke, den versuche ich jetzt noch.
How is this even remotely fair?
I'm doing
Shadow
good.
strike!
Your turn, Wendy.
I'm off balance.
What do you lay into it?
Assault hammer.
Fire carnival!
Great aim. Infuriate.
Side slash!
Chrome armor.
Early burst! Shadow strike!
Look at that.
Upper
Go up
hand!
with melee attack.
What's
Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too. Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Also immer wenn ich so einen Leuchtpunkt sehe, irgendwas drauf installieren, alles klar.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try. Good. Now we just need to give it a minute to reach the target depth.
Schluck auf.
And installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent. See? At the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi.
This blade's looking pretty sharp.
Datensonde installieren. Ich bin Lau von den Forschenden. Kleine Einführung in Sachen. Sobald du einen Knotenpunkt findest, drückst du vor Ort den A-Knopf und um eine Sonde zu installieren. Dein mechanisches Spezialwissen muss stimmen. Also schau öfter bei Eleonora vorbei. Tipp von Elmar, Vorsicht, Tyrann. Bevor wir zurückgehen und Bericht erstatten, verrate ich dir noch etwas. Eine übermächtige Kreatur wie diese greifen wir gewöhnlich nur mit dem Skill an. Dass wir da eben zu Fuß einen Tyrann besiegt haben, grenzt an ein Wunder. Sei in Zukunft sehr vorsichtig, okay? Small, Medium, Large, XL, XXL. Kann ich verspeichern? Ja, kann ich. Alles klar. Den mache ich jetzt nämlich aus und dann geht's morgen weiter. So. Also, bis morgen.